So since TBC is around the corner, and a lot of people are going to be leveling Pro Paladins to TBC, I'm going to show you guys a little farm that you can do from 44 to 54. It's not anything new, people used to do on a mage, or still do when they're leveling, but it's also possible on Paladin. So firstly, in terms of gear, you want to stack Spirit on most of your gear. Late Spirit gear is going to be optimal, but you can see I've got some cloth leather pieces that just give as much Spirit as possible. Spell damage, or like spell damage, holy spell damage is also very good, very essential, but if you can't get your hands on those, then it's alright, just get a bunch of Spirit. It'll help you with mana regen during that actual pull. In terms of talents, you want to prioritize getting Sanctity Aura first. Increases your holy damage spells, holy damage spell damage by 10%. That's going to be very huge, as most of your damage in the early for levels at least is Consecration, which is, yeah, 10% damage increase when you're hitting loads of mobs is huge. You can also go a little bit deeper into the Holy Tree to get the improved Blessing of Wisdom, which also increases the duration by 1 minute. So it's not that useful, but I guess it gives you a little bit more mana, because you have to, well, refresh the Blessing a lot less often. So yeah, the pool's gonna look a lot different. If you do intend on starting at level 44, you will need a greater invisibility potion, otherwise you'll just get killed by the mobs. Even using the reset spots, I don't think you'll be able to get to the last spot. I've tried it many times, but unless you're, I don't know, unless you have mithril spars, maybe it's possible then, but yeah, just buying some greater invisibility potions is definitely the safer way. With those, you'll just be walking this way, you'll hop on over here, look upwards and just keep jumping, and just walk down this ledge, and then jump down, and then continue on with your mount. So it's just a little skip to just help you get around. Since I'm kind of high level, I'll just do this like this, and then I'll point out some of the reset spots. Most of them are just boxes like this around the area, but yeah. When mobs do aggro, you do want to make sure they're facing you. If you do get hit in the back, there's a higher chance you can get dazed and dismounted. So yeah, just like that. So let's if you're in like a situation like this, just go to the nearest reset spot. Thankfully there's one right over here. If you're invisible, doing it as a low level, you jump down here and then mount. So let's go. First reset spot over here. If you're very unlucky, you do want to head over here. Just like so. You can sit in case you're getting casted at, but this should reset the mobs. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have to kill the totems, but these initial mobs should reset after a while. There we go. Still in combat because of the ward. I can just do this. Heal myself up, and I'll just do that again so I can yeah, get out of aggro. Radius. There we go. So here, we just want to mount up. Have Devotion Aura on. If you do get, if you are getting hit by casters, you can always use Shadow Resistance Aura. It's also pretty useful. So you just keep going like this. There's a reset spot here. If you get dazed around this area, keep going. I'm gonna pop this to take some less, a little bit less shadow damage. Really getting dazed a lot. I should be fine though. I'll just show you the next reset spot, which is right over here by this phase. You just hug the wall. You do have to be careful though, because if the mobs do get a little bit close to you, they'll keep hitting you. So yeah, you might want to save your bubble for this area. But they'll also reset after a second. You do have to be careful though also, because if the patrol comes in here, they won't on aggro. So you'll have to either kill them or just reset, I guess, and start from the beginning. So it's pretty unfortunate if that happens. Alright, I'm just going to mount up here again. And we're going to continue. I'm just going to keep going. So yeah, it's very important to use reset spots, especially at a low level. It's a game changer. Keep going here. Scarabs aren't going to aggro, which is perfect. Also, these patrols that are walking around, you want to be careful. You don't want to pull them whilst you're doing these kind of pulls, because this guy in particular, the Shadow Hunter, he can polymorph you, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, if you do get one of these guys in your massive pull, he is gonna just mess it all up. So you want to be careful. So I'm gonna stand here to reset these mobs. I'm gonna give it a sec. Alright, there we go. Pop a blessing, heal myself up a little bit. Alright, let's start. So in order to start, you want to run in here a little bit, and we'll be pretty much farming all the zombies from the graves. So there's three main compartments. You got this start here, and there's a reset spot over here. From there on, you'll run down here. You might have to use a bubble. Jump back up here, and then I'll pretty much show how to do this whole thing. Let's just start over this area. But this is the last compartment as well. The last little pack of zombies that you'll be gathering. Alright, so first, initially you want to run in, just go like this. We do have a little patrol, but should be okay. Make sure to click these graves many times, so you do get all the zombies out. Some mobs are getting close to you, or you do get dazed, and you think you might die. You could just tab and just stun one of them. I think I'm okay over here. Let's see how many I pulled. Should be alright. I'm gonna heal back up to 4, and just wait for these to reset. Should be a second, anytime now. There we go. I'm gonna keep going. Just look at my bubble up. Make sure to click these many times.
It's too far away.
Keep going. Patrol's still here, but doesn't seem to be aggroing. Perfect.
I can't loot that right now.
So here usually all mobs get clumped up, so you do want to bubble just to get to the safe spot. So you just jump back up here. Here you can't reset them here unless you wait out quite a long time, so I do recommend just going up over here, jumping on this, and right over here. Now you can just wait down. In terms of like blessings and consumes, you want to have Blessing of Freedom on all the time. 25 MP5 is insane. Or 25 mana per 5 seconds. But yeah, it's a very huge buff of mana. Gives you loads of mana, allows you to keep those consecrates up, or the high rank consecrates, I guess. And at this point, I can still use Devotion Aura to keep my damage down, but I could also just have Sanctity ready, just in case. Because I do tend to forget about it sometimes, so yeah. I'm just gonna wait for this bubble cooldown to go down. I'll get this last area here. You also could get items like Nightfin Soup and Sagefish Delight, which also give you a little bit more MP5. They're also pretty useful. I guess Scrolls of Spirit as well. They're not too expensive on the auction house. Maybe like 20-30 silver each, so I do recommend getting those when you're a lower level. But yeah. And of course mana potions. Loads and loads of mana potions. I've got major ones, but sometimes I don't really need to pop the bigger ones at the end, so I just pop a greater mana potion and yeah, finish off the mobs with that. Alright, I'm gonna get the last ball. You wanna run back here and then run this way and jump back up.
I'm out of range.
Same thing here, just run across the graves, click up multiple times, just like that. Probably won't have to stop myself unless I get dazed. There we go. Same thing here, just go back up to the reset spot, wait for the reset, oh, whoops. And there's 2 different ways you can pull the boss, depending on your level. I'll explain them in just a moment. Let's wait for, okay, there we go. I'm gonna eat one of those, get my MP5 buff. Got a stamina scroll, not a spirit. It's unfortunate. There we go. Okay, so if you are level 44, I think it applies to people from level 44 to 50. You can just stand by the edge here and the boss will aggro, as he is level 46. But if you're any higher level than that, you can either go down here, or in my case, as I'm level 52, it's pretty hard to aggro him. So you want to go down to this corner, and then just hammer of justice in, and I'll start the fight. I'm gonna go up here. You want to use Exorcism as a puller for these first few zombies. Should aggro most of those. Run over this way. Unless you have engineering or like things you can throw, you can't really get those last zombies over there. But I'm trying my best pulling most of these. You want to immediately go here to reset the boss, and just pretty much we'll be jumping around this way to keep the mobs running around, pretty much. Looks like I got most of them. Perfect. There's one left there and one dead hero as well, but yeah. Perfect. Just gonna wait a little bit. I think, okay. So once you have started, you can, you want to jump just in between, like this. When they're in this position, they'll just clump up, and then, yeah, it'll just increase the damage they'll take. So they'll be so clumped up. Your consecrations are just gonna, yeah, 2 more. Perfect. I'm gonna start off using my max consecration. In my case, it's level rank 4. It's gonna do 40 damage attack, which is pretty solid. You want them like running across and back, so you again maximize your damage. And then yeah, I can just keep doing this. Also at level 50 you get Holy Wrath, which is huge for doing these balls. It gives you so much damage. You want to use it pretty much on cooldown. It does consume a lot of mana, but it's very well. It does loads of damage. And with these consecrations on this side, you do want to kind of turn to the wall a little bit. So once they're heading down, they take extra damage. It's just a lower notice. But you do have to be careful because, yeah, one misstep and you might get killed by these zombies. With all of them being clumped up so closely, they can pretty much one-shot any player. Just like that. Move a little bit to the side, and you see there, they're taking loads of damage. I'll go back now. And yeah, there we go. I'm gonna pop a potion after my next consecrate. Just like that. Stuff like extra movement speed on your boots, the enchant is very useful as well, but it's not essential. It does, I guess, give you some more damage as you can place the consecrates further back so the zombies, yeah, start getting damaged earlier, but most new players that start doing these spells won't really have the gold to get it. Oh, a little bit. Need to be a little bit careful there. My Holy Wrath's back up. I can just use it. Perfect. Oh, there we go. I do have to be very careful. In that case, we do have our Lay of Hands. I'll restrain from using it at the moment. It's not that necessary. Should be okay. I've still got 2 bubbles up. Got my Blessing of Protection and Divine Shield. So I'm just going to save those. Just in case I get hit. And yeah, you pretty much have to keep going like this. This does take a lot longer when you don't have Holy Wrath. You just have to keep using Consecrate. In the situation I'm at the moment, you want to use lower rank Consecrates, because I do want to use my Holy Wrath when it comes up on the cooldown. But my mana is very low, and my potion cooldown is also pretty high. So I'm going to just keep using rank 1 Consecrates. They do a lot less damage, but yeah, you want to keep it going. And it's always important to keep these mobs damaged, as if you don't, for 20 seconds I believe, they do, yeah, they'll give you a lot less XP. Their XP will just reset and they'll give you XP equivalent to their health pretty much. So these mobs will give me around half the XP, which would be, yeah, a lot less at my level in particular. I know at the lower levels they do give crazy amounts of XP, but yeah. My mana's up now, so I'm just going to use rank 4 just to do a little bit more damage, chunk them down a bit. I'm going to go close to the edge, start casting Holy Wrath. There we go. I'm going to use rank 1. My potion cooldown's up, I'm going to do that. It's pretty safe just to heal myself up. I'll probably do that the next time I jump across, just in case I get hit like that again. But a lot of zombies did die, so shouldn't be able to worry about that. It is looking pretty good. And notice as they also start slowing down once they reach a certain amount of health. So you do want to place those consecrations further back, so you keep these guys in combat, keep damaging them. You want to make sure they jump when they keep walking through the consecration. I want to be extra careful there. There we go. I'm going to use rank 1 here, like Holy Wrath's coming up on pretty low mana. If they aren't really clumped up, you can do something like, you can just wait in the corner here. I tend to do this pretty often, because it can get a little bit out of hand if they're really separated. Just wait for them to come, use your bubble before they come, just like that. You pop a consecrate, this does loads of damage, and you start casting Holy Wrath, and you just wait it out for a little bit. Because they're all standing in the consecrate, they'll just be taking more damage instead of just running around. So this did kill a large amount of these zombies, and the rest are, as you can see, on very low HP. Yeah, I've got a decent amount of mana, but I'm just going to drop a rank 1. My potion cooldown is coming back up though, so I can start using my higher rank consecrates. Yeah, here you can see they start to slow down, so you can go back a little bit more. There we go, the XP is coming through. Yeah, they're pretty much all the taking the consecration damage all the time, so I can just chill, not jump across. Yeah, I don't want to pop my big potion, because I probably won't need that much mana, so I'm just going to go for the smaller one. It's probably the better option. There's only a few zombies left, so it would just be a waste. There we go. Got my Holy Wrath, but that's also not going to be necessary. And these guys you can just finish off. Just like so. This also, on top of being a really good XP farm, does give pretty decent loot.
I can't
In
loot
terms
that.
of like greens, silver, and just stuff you can vendor. Like, just alone, it would supply you for all your consumables. If you're doing this at low level again, just doing a few runs like this, give you enough gold to buy a bunch of invisibility potions and mana potions. So.
I can't loot
Even
that.
if you're, when you're a level 60 Paladin, you can keep doing these runs, because you're obviously going to have a lot better gear. So you can do them pretty efficiently. And
I can't loot
yeah,
that.
make some gold on the side.
I can't loot that.
But yeah, people do primarily do this for the experience. It's very good for experience. And in case someone was wondering, if they did die in this awkward position, you gotta keep trying to jump from this area and kind of get in like a spot where you can loot them, and then just dismount and then just go ahead,
I can't loot that. I can't loot that.
just like so.
I can't loot that.
So yeah, that's gonna be about it. These runs do give a pretty decent amount of XP. And there's two ways you can reset them. You can either log out of the instance for 5 minutes, and you'll be teleported to the entrance pretty much, or the way I like to do pretty often is just taking off all your gear and just running and dying and running back. It's a lot less, it's a lot faster, and you also, your gear doesn't get destroyed because you obviously take it off before you die. So, well, that's depending on your inventory space. At the moment, I don't really have a lot, as I've done a few runs, so I'd probably just opt for logging out and just waiting. It's only 5 minutes after all, so yeah. At my level though, it's still a very good farm up until 54, but yeah, it doesn't give that much XP. Still decent, but at the lower levels it does give like 30k per run. Now it's about, wasn't really looking, maybe it was like 15, 20. But yeah, it also depends on how many zombies you pull. Usually I don't really get those ones in the corner here, but I was pretty lucky, I guess, the way they all spaced out. So yeah, that's gonna be it. Thanks for watching. Get your prop paladins ready for TBC. Later.